Your beliefs about yourself and the world control your life, so choose them wisely. Awareness is the starting point of all transformation, so the first task is to know what your existing beliefs are, especially your limiting ones. Often we can just tune into the internal monologue, which we all have, the voice in your head that never stops talking, and just make note of what is being said. Journaling is a great practice in this regard. Look out for and record statements of the form, I am, people are, the world is, and you are likely to find your beliefs. A word of warning is that even when you hear yourself state a belief, you might sometimes not recognize it as a belief. Sometimes the belief is so deeply ingrained that we do not even notice it as something peculiar and particular, something that could be different. It just seems part of the fabric of the world around us, rather than what it actually is, a belief we have created. Noticing a belief like this is difficult, kind of like convincing a fish that they are surrounded by something called water. A very simple example of such a belief is the belief that the world is a bad place. It's the kind of belief that someone who has had a tough upbringing, starved of love, might naturally have developed. And they may not even notice it as a belief, but just assume this is how the world is. On the flip side, someone who has had a secure upbringing and a loving environment might naturally have developed a belief that the world is a good place. Once again, they may not even notice it as a belief, but just assume this is how the world is. To identify these beliefs, we really need to question everything. For example, by asking, is this really true? Or could this just be a belief that I have created? In a way, the chatter we all have going inside our heads is kind of a gift, even when it's negative and a bit draining. At the very least, it gives us insight into our driving beliefs, and we can then make positive changes. What is more challenging is that some beliefs are rarely or never verbalized, and so we remain unaware of them. These beliefs are potentially the most dangerous because we take actions, often harmful actions, based on them, and not being aware of them, we don't understand their effects on our lives, nor are we able to challenge them and change them. Effectively, we are acting unconsciously and in a disempowered manner. To find these hidden beliefs, you might ask yourself questions like, what beliefs must I have to be behaving in the manner I am currently behaving? Finally, there are other beliefs that are not verbalized but are hidden deep in some of our bodily sensations or emotions. We really have to slow down, sit in silence, and listen for them. If you get a strange sensation in your body or an unexplained emotion, I invite you to take some time out, sit silently somewhere, and place your awareness right into that sensation or emotion. Sit right into it. Ask questions like, what's going on here? If this sensation had a voice, what would it be saying now? And just hang out there for a couple of minutes in silence and see if an answer arises. You might gain some insight into some of the deepest formational beliefs you have. So to summarize, firstly, listen to the internal monologue, especially statements of the form, I am, people are, the world is. Secondly, question everything you take for granted. Is this really true, or is this just a belief? Thirdly, ask, what beliefs must I have to be behaving in the manner I am currently behaving? And fourthly and finally, sit with the sensations in your body and ask, if this sensation had a voice, what would it be saying now? And make sure to support all of this with plenty of journaling. Finally, once you have found your full set of beliefs, go through them one by one and ask, is this belief really serving me? Hopefully you will stumble across some empowering beliefs during this process. But for those beliefs that are questionable, ask, what could be a more empowering belief for me to have? In this way, you can both acquire great awareness of what drives you and make positive changes that will support you moving forward to create the life you deserve. Having chosen a new set of desirable beliefs, in a future video we will look at how to actually internalize these beliefs, to genuinely embed them as our new beliefs so we actually feel them as being genuine. It's a bit of work and repetition, but it is possible.